The upper tier, welcome back to the Monday mashup. Good to be back in the saddle again after the breakaway in Vegas. Good to be back podcasting as well. You've seen some of the videos we put up and some of the shorts and all we were doing from Vegas for WrestleMania 42. Had an absolutely wonderful time over there. But good to be back. Good to be back at it. It is another Monday. It is rolling around. Not too many weeks left in the season, so have to enjoy it and stuff like that. But if you could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and of course drop a like on the video. We would really, really appreciate that. On the screen there, you can see QR code there for match tickets for this match coming up 16th of May, Stradbroke and Blackrock. Premier League Premiership Legends versus Kelly's Heroes in memory of Stephen Kelly, of course. You know the rundown on this. We've said it on so many podcasts this stage. Really need your support on this one. So if you could, buy a ticket, meet and greet, whatever it is, come along on the day, meet up with the guys from the podcast, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll have a great day out, as we always do. You get to meet all the players involved and all that kind of stuff. Marky won't be joining us tonight. Unfortunately, he's a little under the weather. So he'll be back next week, no doubt about that. But plenty of podcasts coming up this week. Tomorrow night, Pro Wrestling Weekly, we'll have the panel on. Going to be talking about all the releases and the call-ups onto the main rosters. Amongst other things, we'll be taking a look back at Raw. I'll give my thoughts on my trip to WrestleMania, no doubt, and stuff like that, and plenty of other topics to talk about. So it should be a belter of a show tomorrow night as well. Then Thursday, Darren's back. Thursday, Tier Talk, myself and Darren will be back on your screens. We'll do a preview for the Premier League action, especially Man United versus Liverpool now at the weekend, which is going to take serious importance in this top 4, top 5 race, whatever you want to call it. But we'll be looking at everything else. We'll be getting Darren's thoughts on the FA Cup final. We'll be getting a review of the 2 semi-finals as well from the Champions League. The first ties will have been done at that stage as well. And we'll keep you posted on what's happening in the Villa game and all, and Nottingham Forest and all that stuff, and the Europa Conference and all with Crystal Palace. So plenty coming up this week. Lots going on. We keep you abreast of it. We will, for most of this show, we'll follow the United game at the moment. I think as it stands at the moment, I think it's 2-0 to United when I last looked at it. How Brentford haven't scored, I do not know. Absolutely shambolic from them in front of goals, to be honest, at this stage. But we'll keep you updated when it kicks off and stuff like that. We're just going back into the studio here now. So yeah, don't forget, tickets available, Kelly's Heroes, in aid of Stephen Kelly's memory and stuff like that. All profits are going to the Blackrock Hospice, so really good cause and stuff like that. You can follow us. We're out there on Facebook, Instagram, all the other usual stuff that's out there as well. So if you need any tickets or information or anything about it on the day, hit me up and let me know. Not a problem at all. Right. Let's see what's next. Right, let's have a look at the results over the weekend and stuff like that and give our thoughts on them. Have a look at this run-in and what's going to happen on it and stuff like Arsenal obviously taking advantage again with a win over Newcastle. A lot of criticism about it just being a 1-0 win and all this kind of stuff. But listen, points on the board is what counts at the moment. If it comes down to goal difference, it comes down to goal difference. But ultimately, the win is the most important. Arsenal getting a lot of criticism for not being expansive and opening up against Newcastle and all. But, you know, the pressure at the moment is insane. And we know, even as Liverpool fans, we know, like, the pressure that's applied to that is absolutely insane. And until you're in the height of that, you don't know that battle week on, week out, you know. So just to get the 3 points is the most important thing and put the pressure back on Man City. And, of course, I think Arsenal play again before them as well. So the gap could be 6 points, with City having 2 games in hand or whatever it is, City. Yeah. So we shall see. We're looking at Friday night was an absolute madness, wasn't it? Sunderland, Nottingham Forest 5-0. Exactly the result you want when you're in the midst of a relegation battle, isn't it? To go away to Sunderland, who have been really good this season, and beat them 5-0 and comprehensively beat them as well, you know. Fulham beating Aston Villa 1-0 was a great result for us, obviously, at the weekend. Us beating Crystal Palace 3-1. Interesting result. Obviously, getting the 3 points again, the most important thing in this top 5 race. But again, when your keeper, and dare I say your third keeper, is your man of the match, reason for concern. West Ham beating Everton 2-1, a late goal there, and beating the Toffees. But so important for West Ham as well because it means they climbed above Spurs. For that time period, Spurs winning obviously 1-0 at Wolves had climbed out of the bottom three, but went back down into it with that goal for West Ham winning 2-1 against Everton. And of course, we spoke about Arsenal and Newcastle. Eddie Howe under serious pressure at the moment at Newcastle. I think that's 5 losses in a row now or something like that, something crazy. And the comment was being made that, Rossini got sacked for losing 5 games in a row and stuff like that. Big up, Greg. Hope you're good, pal. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, there she is. There we go. There we go. Hope you're good, pal. Hope everything's going well for you, brother. United here. 2-0 ahead, but what have you made of it, Greg? An interesting one, isn't it? Like Brentford have had so many chances as well. It's insane. Ahmad's had a couple of chances as well. So, but there you go. And then obviously we're following tonight United versus Brentford there. It has kicked off around the 48 minute here. Still 2-0 to Man United. Yeah, so we'll keep you abreast of anything that happens there. What do we make of the run in as well, folks? I mean, Arsenal having now Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, and Crystal Palace. And City having Crystal Palace. Everton, I think, is up next. So Crystal Palace has to be arranged. Brentford, Bournemouth, and Aston Villa. Aston Villa obviously currently in the depths of the top 5 race. Brentford sort of kind of trying to break in there. Brentford as well, plucky enough. And of course, Everton, obviously, with the loss against West Ham, kind of has upset their kind of drive and stuff like that as well. But interesting games to finish out. Aston Villa on the last day, but then we know they played Aston Villa on the last day. Remember under Stevie G when we needed them to win and we did the job against Wolves, and then Gundogan came on and scored, I think, a brace, wasn't it? And all went to hell. Yeah, absolutely, Greg. Yeah, 2-0. Yeah, it could have been. That's what I was saying. I don't know how Brentford haven't scored at least 2 at this stage. But yeah, good game. Good game, I have to say. Entertaining, especially for the neutrals. That's for sure. Right, so let's get into it. We talk about some League of Ireland, and then we'll talk about the semi-finals and the Champions League and all that kind of good stuff and all. Has to be favourite Arsenal. Yeah, I think it's slight advantage Arsenal, isn't it, Greg? But do you think they'll see it out? You think they'll see it out? I don't know. I think there's still a few twists to come in this, I mean, the match against Newcastle didn't look, Newcastle on another day could have done much better, I think. But yeah, I do agree. Niall, bro, how are you? I'm all good, Romy. How are you, brother? I'm real good. I'm recovering from Vegas, bro. I had a hectic time in Vegas. Did a lot of things in a very condensed time. Yeah, but had a great time. They won't do it, but should be advantage Arsenal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I don't know. I'm not too sure whether Arsenal are the team you want that's leading from the front. But obviously, points on the board is always critical and stuff like that. But it's whether they have maybe that win against Newcastle and seeing that out. You could see the relief and the pressure and everything else. But maybe that kind of thing will lead them to kick on now and do their thing, So, but it'll be interesting. City obviously will have to go again now and try and regain points again with games in hand, which is always a difficult one to do as well. But they are the experts at doing it, as they say. But certainly going to be interesting. Little bit of League of Ireland for us. Didn't catch a lot of it, but obviously Pat's on top there. Really, really good win against Bows. I think Bows are taking the lead in that game as far as I know. Pats came back to win. Big win for them. Shamrock Rovers in second. Obviously, Shamrock Rovers losing. I think they lost 1-0 as far as I know. So that kind of scuppered their kind of run. Dundalk up in third, Bows back into fourth and stuff. Shelbourne on the slide again, another poor result. And Joey O'Brien must be very concerned at the moment, with Shells at the moment and their form. Really, really, really difficult for them at the moment, trying to pick up results at the minute and so forth. They are on the slide, down at 7th now in a season that might have promised so much. Derry as well. Little bit iffy as well. Obviously, a lot of investment made there, a lot of players brought in, and they would have been one of the dark horses going into this season as well. And again, down in 5th. Now, again, early days as well, not a huge amount of points differential, and a win can make a huge difference in your positioning in the league at the minute. On the other side, Cork leading the way, UCD. Bray stumbling down the table a little bit now with a couple of iffy results. But the draw against Cork would have been a good result for them, but they would have been hoping for the win as well. Now Cork out in front, 27 points. The students are on 21, having a real good season. Wexford doing well on 19 as well. Athlone flying high as well. Shout out to Rob Gray, who's down there, goalkeeping coach and stuff like that. Friend of the show and good friend of Marky's. We've known him a long, long time now. Rob Gray doing well down there. And Bray obviously sitting in fifth mid-table, 16 points, just above Cove Ramblers on goal difference. But not much in it. So need to pull up their socks, Bray, as they say. Get going again, you know. Where are we now? Roll me. Newcastle are moving like Shawn Michaels. They're all over the shop. Yeah, they certainly are. They certainly are. What are we thinking? What's the predictions for the semi-finals, folks, of the Champions League? What are we thinking? Kicking off tomorrow night, of course. So what are we thinking? PSG versus Bayern Munich and Atletico versus Arsenal. What are we thinking? What's the predictions? Give me your predictions, first of all, if you want in the chat. Give me your predictions for the two semi-finals tomorrow night. And then give me your predictions for who you think is going to go through. What final are we getting? Are we getting a Bayern Atleti? Are we getting Bayern Arsenal? Are Arsenal going to find it okay to get by Atleti? I think that's the thinking at the moment, isn't it? But what do you reckon? Let me know in the chat. Be interesting to get your thoughts on that as well. It's very hard to see past Bayern at the moment, isn't it? Bayern are just on a tear at the minute. Everything looks reasonably comfortable. Now, this is going to be a fabulous game tomorrow night, isn't it? Bayern and PSG. It's as good as Darren said on the show 2 weeks ago before he went away. He says that's nearly the game you would want as the final, isn't it? The quality of both sides is just absolutely sensational. But let's see what happens. Keith's in. Big up, Keith, bro. Bayern Munich will win 3-0. Bayern Munich to win all. That squad is unreal. Yeah, win outright. Yeah, that squad is sensational. But PSG have a serious squad as well. That midfield in PSG is just an absolute engine, and the boy Fatinha and all of those boys that are in there just absolutely sensational. So I'm really looking forward. That's going to be a cracker. Unfortunately, we'll be podcasting from 8 o'clock tomorrow night on Pro Wrestling Weekly, but we will give our views afterwards on it when we catch up on it and stuff like that, but it should be good. But yeah, Romy's in. Romy's thinking PSG will win the Champions League. Interesting. Tell you, if they get by Bayern Munich, then they have that real chance of going back to back, don't they? Really? Because if you knock out Bayern, I mean, we've been talking for a few months now about like the team that knocks Bayern out was potentially the team that's going to win it, and no truer in this case. I don't hear a lot of people talking from anything coming from the other side of the draw. I just wonder, is that a warning sign or something like that? Maybe, you know. Brentford here really pressing well here, but United finding a way to get out as they always do. Still can't believe this game is 2-0 to United after watching that first half. Unbelievable. Keith, Bayern Munich kids played the other day and won 4-3. Apparently they have a serious young group. Yeah. Well, if they're winning only 4-3, they mustn't have a serious young group at the back because they shipped 3 goals. But yeah, 4-3, still a good win. Yeah, I'm thinking you'd have to think Bayern and Arsenal, wouldn't you? Will Arsenal have enough for Atleti? Will Atleti see this as a huge opportunity and maybe Simeone take some of the shackles off some of those players and let them play a bit, you know? Maybe that's the case, and maybe that's what he might do. So you would hope that that's the case. But we shall see. We'll know more. We'll know more after tomorrow night. Right. Of course, we got to talk about this. Roll me, you'll enjoy this. We have ourselves an FA Cup final. Chelsea reaching the FA Cup final again. Eno was with me today. We were chatting about it. 17th final. Oh, look, there's another. How did they miss that? Offside flag up, but how did the header? My God. Yeah, it is. It's on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Romy. Yeah, Apollo Crews ran out of Cat Live. So you say, yeah, absolutely. The guy hasn't been seen for 2 years and then gets released. You know, it's mad. On the gravy train, you know. And we did predict Romy as well, the way at 6, didn't we? Although we're very disappointed, I would imagine, in Alistair Blackgown and the machine guns. But however, we will talk about that tomorrow night. We'll talk about the releases, the call-ups, and everything else in between, and any other wrestling news. I'm sure we'll touch on the Hogan documentary and Brooke Hogan and everything else she's been coming out with, and also should be very, very interesting. So let's see. United on the attack here, edge of the box. No, back with Kelleher. What are we making? FA Cup final. Are Man City potentially on the cusp of a domestic treble here? Can you imagine that? And I was only saying it to Ian today. And listen, I'd never count Chelsea out of any cup final, because you know they've been to so many of them now, so they know the score. But it would be absolutely crazy to think that if you went back 4 weeks ago, everyone was talking about Arsenal and a quad and all that kind of stuff. Can you imagine if Arsenal end the season with nothing and City were to do a domestic treble? That would be absolute melter, wasn't it? Imagine if you're an Arsenal fan having to face that. That would be absolutely insane. But it should be a quality cup final versus Chelsea versus Man City. Chelsea getting by Leeds yesterday by the goal. Fernandez, I think, on 20 odd minutes. And Man City getting by him. And I mean, both teams had their struggles in both semi-finals as well. It wasn't easy road either for Manchester City either. Southampton put up a good L fight, and I think they took the lead as well, didn't they? Southampton, if I'm not mistaken. So hats off to them, I should say. I'd also like to say congratulations. I didn't do a slide for it, obviously, but I'd like to say congratulations to Coventry as well, who won the championship there, got signed and sealed. I think it was yesterday. And listen to Frank Lampard on the pitch and all, fair play to him and stuff like that as well. Brentford on the attack here, edge of the box. Oh, jeez, that's a terrible pass, isn't it? You have to do much better than that. There's something in this for Brentford if they just get their act together on the final third. What were we going to say? But yeah, both hats off to Coventry and stuff like that. Really looking forward to seeing them back in the Premier League as well. Another side that kind of like Sunderland and stuff like that. They've been out in the just out there for so many years at this stage, you know, and they do have history in the Premier League and stuff, you know. So really looking forward to seeing them back in there and what Frank can do. I said it this morning as well, I think it was, or yesterday on the short that I did. Be interesting to see what they do, obviously, with the financial gain from the broadcasting rights and everything else that come with it in the Prem, and what are they going to do with the money. And it'd be interesting to see how Frank spends that money and what he feels he needs and the players that he brings with him. Another sitter from Brentford missed again. These lads just having the crack or what? These lads still have a chance of a good European spot. And they're not out of a top 5 yet either. What is that? That is shocking. Keith Andrews pulling his hair out here. We will keep an eye on the game, though, as we go along. Absolutely. Haaland, aka the Norway Ivan Drago, will wreck Chelsea like Apollo Creed. Absolutely. But see, I never count Chelsea out of a cup final. You know, you just can't, because they've been to so many of them now at this stage. Not that City haven't either. I think what did they say for City? Is that 6? Is that 6 cup finals now or something like that? And I see with Chelsea it's 17 or something in it, but 6. Is it 6 FA Cup finals under Pep or something like that? The relegation battle is more entertaining to me than the title run, to be honest. I hope Spurs go down. I fucking hate Concert Gigs FC. Oh, I love it. How do we feel about the relegation battle, folks? Where do we see it going? It's so tight, isn't it? It's just hinging on that one result each week nearly to figure out. I think Forest are probably going to be okay now. I think Leeds are obviously safe enough and stuff like that. So what are we talking about? It's either West Ham or Spurs, really, isn't it? That's what we're down to at this stage, and it's just tit for tat in terms of results and stuff like that, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if anyone's seen as well. If you follow Expressions on YouTube, he was over at WrestleMania last week as well. And he did a great video. He was training with AJ Francis and he was meeting the different wrestlers and stuff like that. And then he was at WrestleMania. I think he was saying the sideman forked out 30 G's. 30 G's from to go to it and stuff like that. That was the cost of the trip. But he did some great stuff, but his video's class. He's an absolute head case. He's a ball. And yeah, good crack. There was two lads, two football fans sitting in front of him. One was a West Ham fan. I think the other one was an Arsenal fan. And he was giving them absolute pelters. So it was well worth having to check it out. I think he did a video about an hour and 20 of the whole thing, but he was wrestling training with AJ Francis and all. And yeah, it was really cool. It was absolutely gas to watch. Yeah, we seen that one, didn't we? Relegation ball. Here's the one we want. West Ham holding on like Rey Mysterio in the 2006 Royal Rumble. Yeah, they are. But I tell you, it shows, like, if you look at that result yesterday, I mean, it just goes to show Brentford here on the attack. It's all Brentford at the moment, is it? Oh, what a ball. What a ball. Good save by Lamons. What a ball. Play nice football, Brentford, don't they? Just very blunt for some reason today in front of goal. Final third. Everything else in the build-up is all pretty good. It's between West Ham and Spurs. I think West Ham will do it. Yeah. I think again, though, it's just, you know, Spurs have Aston Villa this weekend, haven't they? And Villa are going to be playing obviously on Thursday, aren't they, against Forest? So it's going to be interesting to see Aston Villa. But that would be a tough one for Spurs. And Spurs, we have to shout out as well. Xavi Simons obviously doing an ACL, very disappointing. Probably gone till at least Christmas or the New Year. Very, very sad. And also we did a short there this morning on Mo Salah as well. Looks like potentially he might have done a hamstring there as well. So we might have seen Mo Salah kick his last ball for Liverpool as well, which is a very disappointing way to go out, because we could have done, you know, you didn't hear, just poor control. And Bremo with poor control there, he was in nearly one-on-one. It's wide open, this game. God, the amount of chances must be insane. Haven't even looked at the stats, but it must be absolutely insane. So yeah, so that's mainly kind of everything I have. I'll just bring it back to the match, of course, that we're doing in Blackrock. So like I said, folks, QR code there on the screen if you want the tickets. It's on Eventbrite as well. Got meet and greets, match, gala dinner, the whole lot. It's all on there. If you want to come along, we will be there in the podcast as well. Some of the lads will be there as well, doing interviews with the players as well. And I think I'm doing an announcer on the day as well, so we're going to be pretty busy and stuff like that. Mark will be there with the trophies, and Mark normally takes part as well. He normally plays in golf for one of the teams as well, so always a busy day. So come along, give it your full support in memory of Stephen Kelly. Tony Brown is organising this. He always does a stellar job and stuff like that. You will not be disappointed, and you will not get better value for money than the meet and greets that the likes of Tony and Legends 11, all these guys normally put on at these events. Absolutely phenomenal. I think you're nearly getting the meet and greet for the price of 2 points in Tampa Bar. And you're getting to meet all those Premier League legends that are there. You can see on the screen. Absolutely phenomenal. They will sign anything you want on the day. Lots of pictures, lots of autographs. Fill out your collection. Fill out your collection if you're a collector. Bring along a few jerseys, boots, all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, or whatever you have memories from these boys and stuff like that. So, roll me. Watching Spurs playing is worse than watching the sunny side up video. You finish watching it with regret and saying, why did I waste 90 minutes of my life? Sunny side up, yeah. If Spurs drop points against Villa and West Ham win again, that would be curtains for Spurs. Yeah, I think if any sort of gap builds up again, I think they'd be in serious trouble. I think they'll have the hands full against Villa as well. The only trepidation is Villa playing obviously on the Thursday. And would Emery potentially be prioritising the Europa League maybe as his pathway into the Champions League, even though they're sitting in a real good position in the league at the moment? So hard to know. And we know the Europa League, that's Unai Emery's trophy, isn't it? That's his trophy. Can't wait. Yeah, Brandon, can't wait. It's going to be class. Interviews, announcing the whole lot. Going to have a real good day that day. And the meet and greet will be class as well. The lads are absolutely brilliant from all the previous ones I went to. So we will have an absolute great time. Don't forget, folks, check out Brand dropped SmackDown Motel to check in yesterday. It was not normally on a Sunday, but it was on a Sunday yesterday. Stuff was going on. So make sure you check out that show as well. Give Brand all your support. Brand and Keith were on there last night. Did a stellar show, and we had real good fun in the chat as well last night. It was a quality show. So make sure you check it out. Last time me and the missus was at Temple Bar after 2 points, I said to the missus, I might need to open up an OF to get a second round. Yeah, absolutely. Brian McClare is a blast. He is a blast. He's an absolute character. But the boys are all great in fairness. They're all good crack in fairness. McAteer is great to meet as well. He's an absolute legend. Brentford trying to push here, but just nothing really coming through for them at the moment. 68 minutes. We're 68 minutes in here. 2-0 to United. Šeško and Casemiro earlier on in the first half with a kind of a lobbed header from the back post that really the defence should have dealt with, really, you know. Big up, Daz. Hope you're good. Hope you were good, my friend. What's the crack? Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania and all that. And how are you feeling about Darby Allin now as AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Interesting. You get a lot of the fan base who were cheerleading this, and then when it happens, they turn on it. Weird. Brentford on the attack here. Ball out on the right-hand side. Ball into the box. No one there. Just United players. Ball out. Throwing to Man United. As Liverpool fans, we were hoping for a different result here tonight. Maybe if Brentford had a snuck a 1-0 or a 2-1 or something like that, we might go ahead of United in third. Yeah, that's perfect. As we'll be doing will Jason McAteer be there? No, I was going to ask him to sign my right game book. He will be there. He will be there. Brentford with another chance there, and United defending well here. Brentford on the right-hand side. Ball into the box. Anyone there attacking now? United defending again. Lamons safe, handsome Lamons. How impressive has Lamons been this season, folks? Coming in, young lad at the back there. A lot of pressure on. Heavy jersey, all that, big club and all. He's done really, really well, hasn't he? Really, really well. He'll sign that you want. He's getting ball, Romy. He's good, McAteer, I have to say. I've gone to a few of the Fowler evenings, and I tell you, it'd be as dry as fucking shite if McAteer wasn't there. McAteer's an absolute character. Nice bit of skill there from Coyote. Damsgaard switching it out to the left-hand side. Shada. Corner to Brentford. Brentford are normally much better than this in front of goal, Chad, aren't they? I don't know if you're all watching the game, but this is very unusual for them. No, Backlash starts at 11. Yeah, we'll be doing a watch along, I'd say, for it. There's no doubt. Sean Ross, the Black Show, Polish died. Isn't on Selena's good side. Yeah, saying that, we'll be talking about that tomorrow night. But look, I think that's only a petty thing. You know, when the sheets get the information, they're going to put it out there. What you going to do? Wait for Selena to announce it? It's a bit. If that's what you're looking for, I don't think so. You know what I mean? It's a bit much. Brand's in as well. 11 start time. That's class. Can't wait. Interesting to see what the road to Backlash is like. Free kick out for United from Maguire off the post from Ouattara. And how it shapes up. Interesting to see where Rhodes goes. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It should be good. Who we get? We're getting is it already? Are we looking? They're going to confirm tonight, isn't it? So we'll know tonight. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus. Is it Jacob Fatu? I think, is it? Or are they going Obafemi? Not too sure. I think they're going Jacob Fatu, were they? It's one of your main events for Backlash anyway. So we'll know tonight anyway, and we'll review it tomorrow. We'll do a little slide up on that as well to have a chat about it. But tomorrow night show obviously will be the review of Raw. Maybe we want to take a look back at some other points in relation to WrestleMania, whatever it is. But mainly we'll be talking about the releases and the call-ups and how we feel about them. Luke Shaw down injured here at the moment, folks. And various things like that. Talk about the Hogan documentary as well. Down on the chat, did you watch the Hogan documentary? Roll me, did you watch the Hogan documentary? What did you think of it? Mad respect to Jacob the other night coming out to SmackDown with a dude wipe wrapped around his skull. TKO are proud. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Where do we lie on the releases, folks? Not individually, but where do we rely on it? This whole war, this internal war that's going on at the moment between WWE and TKO. Like, who's responsible? I mean, ultimately, TKO decide on the cuts. But ultimately, WWE, Triple H, Nick Khan, and guys like that, they decide who the names are. So weird. The Alistair one was really weird. And the Machine Guns. I know they don't care about tag wrestling. But the Alistair one and the Machine Guns were very weird to me. He is. He's very good, isn't he? He is very good, Keith. No doubt. Luke Shaw coming off here. Lenny Yarrow coming on. And I think we're going to see, is that Mason Mount? Mason Mount coming on from Buemo. So there your changes. So Lenny Yarrow coming on for Luke Shaw. And Buemo going off and Mason Mount. Buemo, was he limping a little bit there, Buemo? It's a big unit in Buemo, isn't he? And Mason Mount coming on. 73 minutes into the 74th minute here, folks. So we'll stay with the game right till the end. Right till the bitter end, I should say, as a Liverpool fan. I was only shocked with Zoe's release. The rest I seen coming. Did you think about Alistair that way as well? When they'd been like he just had a win over Orton. The talk is he was supposed to be injected into that storyline. That Pat McAfee took over. The Pat McAfee role in that storyline was supposed to have been Alistair Black. So I was quite shocked. They were doing things and like he was in the background of these little kind of corridor vignettes and stuff like that and all. So it looked like they were about to do something with him and stuff like that. So I was quite surprised. Even though I'm an Alistair Black fan, it's not a biased thing. I was surprised. And look, he was gone away to AEW for 4 years, came back in, and after a year, I'm sure Triple H sold him the story that, you know, the old man is gone. It's a different WWE now, blah, 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 blah. Ball out of play here. Kick out to Man United. And then he goes back for a year. You know, they didn't really do a whole lot with him initially. Then they didn't really have a whole lot for him. He was doing some stuff with Damian Priest and stuff like that and all. And then, you know, they put him into a position where he picks up a big win against Orton. And then they do nothing with him. Zoe's one was disappointing, obviously, because, you know, coming back off the injury, stuff like that. And it's like she was on, there was pictures, she was at the Hall of Fame and all and everything, you know. I did see the footage of the Machine Gun signing the figures at the World. So I got the feeling, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but I don't know how you felt if you seen the video. When you seen Alex Shelley signing the figures, he had absolutely no fucking interest. So maybe they had heard that the releases were coming, they got wind of it. And the last thing they wanted to be signing is WWE figures. And I know the two boys were quite excited about getting a contract in WWE. But in truth, they never really focus on the tag division anymore or tag team wrestling in reality, do they? Keith, I think we're in a weird period in the WWE at the moment. Yeah, it's a kind of we can't even call it an era. It's kind of more transitional than anything, isn't it? Corner or throw into Man United down the left-hand side, down at the Stretford end. Darren also, folks, Darren's heading over to the match at the weekend as well, so he's going to bring us some footage over there and reaction to starting lineups, all that kind of stuff. Man United versus Liverpool, the big game on Sunday, 3:30. Arguably one of the biggest games on the calendar each season. So we'll get that off Darren as well. That should be good crack. Alistair Black, once he was taken out of the Orton angle, his cards were marked. Yeah, and it's just, And it's a big mistake. It's a big mistake because I have to say, I think if they had used Alistair in that position, oh, and Lucky Casemiro just whipped by. What's going on here? What's he pushing him around for? What's wrong with Bruno Fernandes? What's going on here? Surely Bruno, what's going on there? Bruno's going to pick up a book in here, isn't it? When there was no need. Hey, you're 2-0 up. Why does he do this all the time? Like, still going on. How does he not get a booking for that? He shoves a player into the ref like doesn't get a booking. It's mad. Mad. Yeah, I agree, Romy. But I think, as I said, I think if he had been in the storyline, I think it might have worked out a little bit better. I think once they put Jelly Roll in there and Pat McAfee, like Pat McAfee's promos were pretty cool, but I just don't think people bought into the fact that it was like, I think they kind of shit on it and they just said, fuck this. Like they weren't happy with it the way it panned out, you know. Sorry, Machine Guns. Morrissey Machine Gun spent more time in catering than the OC, yeah, and that's a shame really because they came in and I think they hit the ground running, didn't they, in the first 3 or 4 weeks? They did really, really well and they were well received, you know, and they're excellent, but it's just that's set up and now SmackDown going back to 2 hours again. We'll talk about that tomorrow night as well, but that's a kind of I know people get jaded by the 3 hour format, but how do you get people with so much roster to show what they want to give? And we know a lot of the call-ups are going to end up on SmackDown because it was SmackDown that was heavily decimated over the releases. So, you know, how are you going to give these people enough time to come up from NXT and get over and show what they can do and stuff like that and all, you know? There's no point in sending out the likes of a Sol Ruka out there for like a 5-minute match and stuff like that. She needs time to build to what the stuff she does and all, you know what I mean? So if they don't give them that time, they're not going to get received too well. Back post here for Brentford. Oh, header away by United. Brentford still pressing here. 79 minutes gone. United playing out. Dallow loses the ball. Free kick to Brentford here. About 30 yards out. Dallow messing up and then giving away the free kick needlessly. Now, that's... Who do you think is next for Cody after Randy? I have no idea. I said this to Bren. Bren was talking about this last night on the SmackDown show with Keith. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with that. It's hard to know. SmackDown. Who do we think in the chat? I don't know. I mean, are we looking like... I don't know. We don't... Brentford still applying the pressure here. I think if Brentford were able to get a goal in the next 3 or 4 minutes, there might be a draw in for them. They're certainly pressuring United. United standing up to the pressure though, in fairness. 10 minutes ago, plus stoppages. Playing the ball lovely across the front of the box there. Poor. Too casual at times on the ball. Brentford now recycling here, keeping possession well, but we'll keep an eye on it. I don't know. Who does anyone think? I'm not too sure. Carrie, I could see going to Marigold. Yeah. It's a shame she went as well because you know what I mean. If they had Brentford here in the box here. Casemiro putting in the shift. But I think if they had a follow through and if the Kabuki Warriors had the match, if Asuka had the match against Io Sky with Carrie interfering and Carrie going face with all the bullying and stuff and siding with Io Sky, I think she probably would have been okay. I think that match didn't happen. I think just timing, very poor. But she's an extremely talented wrestler, Carrie's saying. Very, very good, I think. Brentford still pressing here, trying to get a goal. They don't hurry up, they'll run out of time. I wonder if WWE will re-sign Carrie. There seems to be a wave of that as well, but I don't know. When they do that, they just look terrible, don't they? I mean, they look shit anyway from, doing it in the first place. But I think they look even worse when they go back on it, don't they? Well, we shall see. United breaking away here now. Manu. Just give it away. Seeing how well Deadman Cooking is doing in AAA, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Triple H's place, but the only problem is he'll take his husband with him, so fuck that, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Listen, I've said this before as well, it's easy to perform real well down there, when you're kind of, he's dealing with extremely talented wrestlers as well who get it. And that AAA, the format and stuff like that, it's kind of a bit like NXT, so it's easy enough to do. You have the talent there and everything. Xerxes coming on here for United. Let's see who's coming off. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. So there's a huge spotlight on you. If you're anything to do with Raw or SmackDown, massive spotlight on you. I think when you move out into NXT and into AAA, you're given that license. There's that breathing down the back of your neck, if you like, especially from TKO, I'd imagine. Damian Priest would have been a good filler spot for Cody if he wasn't with R-Truth. Yeah, you could have Damian on one side and obviously Alistair on the other side, and there's history there. That would have worked. Great show, Keith. Great show, Keith. And I think then you would have looked at it maybe a little bit differently. And maybe we would have looked at the main event maybe a little bit differently. But I love Evil in New Japan, but I'm scared the way WWE is. I'm just looking at Nakamura. I only spoke about this today. I was talking, I think, to Baz today about it. Was it, or to Darren? Actually, I was talking, was it Darren I was on? I'm not too sure. One of them I was on, and I was going, this just doesn't, and then if you start putting them together, good Lord. Brentford on the attack here, edge of the box. Safe hands again from Lamons. It's done real well, Lamons. Yeah, I don't know. It's obviously they hear about that good cheddar that's on offer. So they come over and they take the cheddar, but rarely do they get used properly. I mean, Asuka's been used initially pretty well and stuff like that, but at times it has fallen off. Shinsuke, NXT Shinsuke was awesome. He was like New Japan Shinsuke, but since that call up when he went on to SmackDown and Raw and stuff like that, pale shadow himself. And I don't know whether it's creative or whether you just get lazy or you've arrived and you're earning the money. I'm not too sure. I was always a big fan of Shinsuke Nakamura, but there's just nothing there now. Sure, there isn't. It's just nothing there. So I don't know. Evil's very good. They might surprise us, roll me. They might do a good job with Evil. Where's this gone? United right hand side, cut out. Terrible. How'd you run away from that ball and not have it? $86 minutes gone nearly. Still 2-0 to Man United. Looks like it could run out reasonably comfortable unless Brentford do something pretty quick. And even then, I think the clock is against them. Terrible. Terrible pass. So poor. Keith Andrews is going to leave here tonight really, really disappointed. They had a whole glut of chances. As Greg said earlier, this could have been 4 or 5 all. Really, really poor. Really poor in that final third. As bad as I've seen Brentford playing in a final third. Nakamura should go to AEW and have one last run with Okada before he retires. Show. It's a show. Brentford on the attack here, left-hand side. See if they can do anything here. Corner. Casemiro putting in a serious shift tonight, folks. What do you know? Casemiro's kind of resurgence, hasn't he? Like it's like as if he's playing for. I know they've kind of confirmed he's going at the end of the season, but God, I mean, he's just been. I would argue in the last say 3-4 months, Casemiro, since they announced he was gone, has probably played his best football. Maybe he's playing for a contract somewhere or something like that, but he's been everywhere on the pitch, defending, attacking, link up play. He's been the Casemiro of old, I would say. Ball into the box, headed away by United. Brentford trying to recycle here on the attack. Right hand side. Need to get a goal quick if they want to do something here. Terrible. Ball falls to Brentford. Edge of the box. Has a crack. Oh, deflected it in for a goal. Brentford just scored. Jensen with a deflection. Now 2-1. We've got 3 minutes to go here, plus stoppages. Should be a bit of stoppage time as well. There has been a few subs as well. Absolute cracking goal. Very unlucky for Lamans. Got deflected right into the corner, taking it away from him, I think. Yeah. I think he would have. I think the initial strike, he probably would have saved it. Let me have a look here. Oh, no, it didn't. It didn't get a deflection, actually. Curled into the far corner. I thought I had gotten a deflection and moved it, no? Or did it? No, it didn't. He's saying a lie. He used the cover on it. So, yeah, that's a great shout, Romy. That is something now that I would be very interested in. As you know something, I kind of feel it's something that Okada needs as well. Because Okada AEW has been so poor, hasn't it? How have we felt about Okada and AEW? I know we're kind of having a little bit of a wrestling show here and stuff, but I'm enjoying it, you know? I'm enjoying it. Sexy on. 2-1. Brentford. 2 minutes plus stoppages to go. Can they recycle and get another one? Come on, Brentford. It'd be hard to argue that Brentford don't deserve something from this game, folks. They've certainly created some amount of chances. Brentford on the ball here now. Tearing him, ref. Tearing the jersey off his back, Mason Mount. Do you think Obafemi will be a Paul Heyman guy down the road? We kind of got a tease about it. I do think so, Keith. I do. I also think eventually there'll be a heel turn there. Definitely a heel turn. I suppose, yeah, with Lesnar retiring, certainly going to be interesting. He's playing for the Saudi oil contract, maybe. Well, you have to. He's probably been one of United's best players, at least in the last 3 to 4 months, cropping up everywhere. Ball into the box. Oh, nearly a good effort. Good save by Lamont, straight at him, down the throat from the Bulla header. Damsgaard with the header. Beautiful header. Either side of the keeper, you're probably in the back of the net there. Unlucky, down the throat of Lamont. Safe hands, good save. Sexy. Someone hit pause on him, did he? Okada needs that right field, and Nakamura's perfect. They complement each other well and will give Okada the boost he needs. Plus, they have the history, Romy, don't they? So you could build it up. You could nearly sell that as long-term storytelling, couldn't you? You could nearly sell it to that point. They've got great history. So, yeah, absolutely. That would be definitely a reason to tune in. My 2 favourite managers out there right now is Heyman and Callis. Can you imagine them 2 having a back and forth on the mic? That's money, no. Don't think we're going to see it. Unless either Khan sells to TKO or TKO sells to Khan. There you go. Just putting it out there. Long throw in coming in here for Brentford. We're getting 5 minutes here, folks. Brentford, edge of the box. Corner, no? Corner to Brentford here. 91 minutes gone. 5 minutes of added on time. So this is the opportunity for Brentford. Have they got an equaliser in them? Ooh. Casemiro was convinced it was a goal kick, as you do, the veteran. Right, Brentford in corner incoming here. Nathan Collins being shepherded by Lenny Yoro there. Yarmulke is there. Lovely corner. Ball down, United clear. Still time to recycle it. 3.5 minutes to go still here. Another throw in. So actually kicks the ball away. He's going to pick up a booking for that, I'd imagine. No. Yeah, yellow card for Xerxes. Long throw in coming here, I'd imagine, folks. 92nd minute we're in here. 3 minutes to go. Xerxes with a needless yellow card. Doesn't affect him, though. He doesn't get a whole lot of game time these days for United. All the Brentford players very deep to the back post here. No one near. How far is he going to throw this? Like, not seeing someone near post here for the knock on. That's just fucking stupid. What an idiot, Nathan Collins. Absolutely stupid. Any paw print on him at all. He throws himself on the ground. A wily veteran. Collins should know better. Was softer. What are you talking about? Happy with a draw? I mean, you'd be happy with a win. Why would we ever want to draw? Want to win, Keith. Bit of making up to do from the game in Anfield. Brentford here are going to run out of time. They don't hurry up. 2 minutes to go. Brentford edge of the box, left hand side. Lovely ball. Oh, no good. Probably not the ball to play. Casemiro again, folks. Casemiro again. Has to be man of the match, I'd imagine, no? Yeah. Casemiro, man of the match, 100%. He's had a phenomenal evening. First and everything. Called it earlier. It's been phenomenal tonight, Casemiro. News came out of AW won't re-sign Alistair as he's hard to work with. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that. Seen commentary from some of the roster members as well. And you know something? I'm not surprised at that. But I'd say I would describe Alistair Black as an extremely frustrated individual, I would say. I think he went back to WWE. They gave him the entrance. They gave him everything back. But they just didn't do anything with him. They didn't make it a big deal. They should have made it a huge deal that he'd come back. You know what I mean? His history down on NXT and all and the takeovers and all, phenomenal. Arguably has one of the best entrances in the business. There's everything there to be successful. But WWE, again, shown creative-wise, they just don't sometimes get it. It's a pity. Real pity. Long throw-in incoming here for Brentford. Last chance, you would imagine. Oh, my God. Throwing another fucking player onto the ground. Collins again. You're an absolute idiot, Collins. Now he's moaning again that he didn't push me in. Casemiro again on the deck. Now he's after getting a booking Collins over the descent. Look, you're putting your hands on him, man. Did you not learn from the first one? Idiotic, like. Now the chance of getting the draw is gone. United will run out 2-1 winners here. We're into the 96th minute here now. 5 minutes of added on, so United will run out. There you go. United 2-1 winners. Keith Andrews is going to be extremely disappointed tonight with the chances that he created. His team were horrific in the final third. Absolutely horrific. Really, really poor. Big win for United. Champions League secured for United. So we shall see. Roll on Sunday. Yeah. Noel, did you see Flair and Ariel's show slobbering about Dutch Mantel? Yeah, it's hard to watch, isn't it? It's hard to watch. I love the guy. I'm the biggest Ric Flair fan in the world. I can't. This stuff, it just needs to be. I seen he put out an apology on Twitter today as well to Kaiser. It's just, it's stupid. He comes across, Romy, I don't know about you, he comes across as a guy that's really struggling, isn't he? He's really struggling with where he's at in his life. Now, Flair also think Kaiser's brace, for fuck's sake, that drink has killed his brain. Says, yeah, saying that, yeah. Yeah, no, it's just, someone needs to grab hold of his social media, these interviews. And you know something? I don't like the fact that he's on the Ariel Helwani show as well, and Ariel somewhat taking a little bit of advantage there as well. You know, that's not right. You know what I mean? They know how triggery he is and stuff like that and all. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think Flair just needs to keep on doing the convention, stick to himself, just do his thing, stuff like that. The more he does these interviews, the more stupid it gets. He is somewhat, Kate. I wouldn't say so. His legacy will always be enshrined, you know. Love Ric Flair and stuff like that, but some of this stuff he's coming out with is just absolute pony, absolute nonsense. You know what I mean? There's just no need for it at all. 2-1 to United, securing Champions League football. This man had a massive part to play in it. This man looks like he's going to be disappointed to leave, doesn't he? You got the feeling at the start of the season he couldn't wait to get out of there. Maybe it was under Amron, you know, but now, look, absolutely balling out week in, week out. Noel, I was speaking to a wrestler. He's got good all-in tickets next to the tunnels. Nice. Nice. Daz, are you getting tickets? Are you going to all-in? I think myself and some of the boys are thinking of going over. I know the two Seans and I know Dave and I think Bren already have tickets and stuff like that. I don't know if myself and Keith are going over, but we'll see. We'll muster up something as we do. Charlotte needs to reel him in. I think Hogan's death has harmed him badly. Yeah, it's look. I don't even think it's that, Romy. I think it's just the adjustment of realizing, you know, that finite finale of the realization that it's done and that it's, you know, this talk of another fucking match. The guy can barely walk, his fucking body's hanging together, and you're there going, look, do your conventions, earn your few bob. Sign the toy deals, do the fanatic stuff, whatever you want to do and all. And I think he got an awful lot of stuff coming at him in the last year, you know, obviously Hogan passing and stuff like that, but also WWE reeling in some of the contracts and stuff like that, the Route to Fight stuff and all that came out and all. It's a tough period for him at the moment. And I get it, the adjustment isn't easy when you're that high to come back down and crash down like that and all, you know. And especially where in your own mind, you're probably thinking you've so much more to offer and you can still go and all this. And someone needs to reel him and sit him down and say, listen, Dad, listen, Pops, listen, Nature Boy. You know, the kid stealing, wheeler dealing, son of a gun, limousine riding, that's all done, mate. That's all finished, you know. Seeing partying out in bars and stuff and all like that, it's mad. Not going to it, if not, not going to it. If not, we'll watch it. Yeah, absolutely. Would you have put United in the top three at the start of the season? Absolutely not. I don't think there's a United fan on the planet that would have put United in the top three. I think United would have been delighted with anywhere around the top six. Carrick has done a phenomenal job since he came back in. To the point where it's going to be a difficult decision, isn't it, come the end of the season? Like, you know, that's phenomenal, you know. So, really looking forward to Sunday's game, though. Brentford will be kicking themselves the chances they created, though, you know. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Flair is the real life Randy the Ram. Now, can't give up the spotlight. He can't, Romy. Sure, he can't. He just can't. And I said to people, I was shocked after seeing his interview on TMC post Hogan's passing. I gave him till Christmas. Like, he could barely even talk, man. You know what I mean? You see some of these cameos at the moment and all, and just, it's a rough fucking watch. It's a real rough watch, man. Right, folks, I better go. That's it. If you can't subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button and drop a like in the video. But more importantly, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Pro Wrestling Weekly. Join us for that. We'll have a crack and we'll continue this chatter of stuff that we're talking about. I'm also back on Thursday with Darren. I don't know if there's anything for Friday. You get the preview for Sunday. You get the reaction for Sunday. Bren will have the SmackDown show as well as we go on, and we'll be talking about Backlash and everything else. So until then, folks, stay safe. Catch you soon. See you tomorrow night on the